I have 5 of some of the best advent calendars of 2023, and inside this video, I'm going to be talking about what is the best advent calendar. I tried to pick advent calendars from all kinds of different categories, so there's probably going to be something in here that piques your interest. I'll try not to spoil too much about any of these advent calendars, but we are going to be opening up some of the days so you can see what's inside. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump inside these advent calendars. First on our list is the Mini Brands Disney Advent Calendar. If you are at all a Disney fan, you're probably gonna love this advent calendar. The Zero Mini Brands Advent Calendar by Disney has some of the coolest characters in miniature form. The box itself is well made and well planned out. On the bottom, you have all these different characters that you could get and find inside of this advent calendar. And on the top, you have all of these 24 days that you get these miniature characters leading up to Christmas. And to not spoil too much, I'm only gonna open up days 1 through 3 just to show you what the miniatures look like. Let's go ahead and start with day number 1. Now you'll notice that the Star Wars figure and Baby Yoda is gonna be on top. And if we open this up, we'll see that it actually isn't Baby Yoda in day number 1. It is Black Widow from the Marvel movies. Now these characters are extremely tiny, but the detail is honestly awesome on these characters. And as a huge Marvel fan myself, I love that they included Marvel in this Disney box. Now let's move on to day number 2 here at the top. So we'll go ahead and punch this out and we will take day number 2. And day number 2 is a tiny remote control Mickey car. You'll notice a ton of detail in the car and the Mickey. And even though this isn't actually a remote control car, the idea and the presentation is spot on, and I love the detail included in this little Mickey car. Now we're gonna move on to day number 3. Let's see what's inside. Inside day number 3, we have Cinderella. You'll notice a ton of detail on Princess Cinderella, and it looks a whole lot like the original Cinderella movie. Very awesome. The detail in the painting is spot on, and I love that they included some of the classic movies. In conclusion, I think that the Mini Brands Disney Advent Calendar has a ton of value in here. There's so many different characters, from Star Wars to Marvel to Pixar to Disney, the old movies, and the detail on the characters is probably my favorite part. Overall, I definitely think that this advent calendar is worth it and I would recommend it. Second on my list is a beauty advent calendar that my wife chose called the Body Shop Advent Calendar. My wife is a huge fan of the Body Shop and I just got her this advent calendar and she absolutely loves it. Honestly, the look on her face when I got it for her made it worth it. So if you're looking for an advent calendar to get your special someone or something for yourself, I'm going to tell you why my wife absolutely loves this thing, even though she hasn't seen anything inside. Now, when you first open up the Body Shop Advent Calendar, you're greeted with a beautiful sight of these pop-up decorations. I really feel like they did a great job with the presentation and the look and feel of this entire box. My wife absolutely loved it when she first opened it up. Now, if we open up this piece right here, you'll notice that we have 3 different sections full of all kinds of beauty products. So we have the top section there, we have this middle section here which contains box number 1, and we have this bottom section which contains some of the largest and full-size products in this box. Now, in order to not give away the entire box, what I'm going to do is open up the first 3 packages just so that you can see what the first 3 days of this advent calendar look like. Box number 1 looks like this, so if I go ahead and open it up, you'll notice that we have a hand balm, and this is going to be a shea butter vegan hand balm. You'll notice that this is pretty much full size and there's a lot inside day number 1. Day number 2 is on the first level here and it is this box, so it's pretty large. And inside of day number 2, we have an aloe face mask. You get 1 face mask inside of day number 2, and something that I love, especially for my wife, is that this is made for sensitive skin. Day number 3 is going to be in the back here, and inside of day number 3, we have a chamomile makeup cleansing butter. You get half an ounce of this cleansing butter in day number 3. I think what most impresses me about this box and why my wife absolutely loved it when I gave it to her has to be all these individually packed beauty products. I love how each one has its own box. So if you're planning on doing a vacation in December, you can take all these different boxes with you and you don't have to pack this entire Advent box, which is pretty large. I think quality-wise, this hits the mark and it's one of the best Advent calendars that I've seen. Advent calendar number 3 is the Star Wars Lego Lego Advent Calendar. The Star Wars Lego Advent Calendar contains 24 characters and props from all of the past movies, and it's all Christmas themed. When we open it up, we have this base here, and this is going to hold up the Advent Calendar, and you can put all of the different characters and props on this snowy base. And on the other side, of course, we have all 24 days here. If you're a Star Wars fan, you're definitely going to love this Advent Calendar, as it contains tons of different hilarious outfits on characters that we've known from the movies. In order not to spoil the entire Advent Calendar, I'm only going to open up the first 3 days of this calendar to show you the quality of the characters in this calendar. Let's go ahead and start off with day number 1. So inside of day number 1, we have this character. Let's go ahead and open it up, and we'll take a look at the pieces and put it together. And when completely built, this is day number 1. It's this little character on a sled. Honestly, I think this looks pretty great. We'll now go ahead and open up day number 2, and inside day number 2, we have these pieces right here. Let's go ahead and build it and see what it is. For day number 2, we have this little fighter. It took a little bit longer to put this one together, but it's still very much Star Wars, and it's so much fun to put these little tiny pieces together. For fun, let's go ahead and skip ahead to number 8 and open up day number 8. Inside day number 8, we have a battle droid. When all put together, day number 8 looks like this. Out of the 3 days that we opened, we got all these cool little miniatures, and you can start to see why this Star Wars Advent Calendar packs a ton of value. It really is a ton of fun to see what kind of characters or different droids are going to be behind all these different boxes. You can start to see why this is one of the best Advent calendars that you can get. To me, this is a whole lot more fun than opening up chocolate, just because you get to spend time together, putting together all these little characters, and ultimately creating a Star Wars Christmas scene. In my opinion, this is worth it, and I would definitely recommend it. Number 4 on our list is going to be the Advent Calendar from L'Occitane. If you're someone who's looking for an Advent calendar for your special someone, or just something for yourself, you really can't go wrong with this Advent calendar. First off, the inside decorations are definitely on point. There are so many cool shapes, colors, and animated drawings on here, and when my mother-in-law first opened it up, she was shocked, and the colors themselves definitely made it worth it. There are 24 different beauty products inside the L'Occitane Advent Calendar. If we go ahead and open it up and we turn it around, we'll see all the artwork. These 2 halves of a tree will slide out, and then you can stick them into the little notches on the side, and this will stand up. Let's go ahead and open up day number 1 so you can check out the quality of the beauty products inside of this Advent Calendar. Day number 1 is a shower gel by L'Occitane. And when my mother-in-law opened this up, she absolutely loved it. She was so excited when we got this that I let her open up day 1, even though it wasn't even time. Now, the sizes are going to be quite small for most of these, just because of the amount of room that we have here for the Advent Calendar, but you're still getting a lot of high quality products inside this Advent Calendar. You'll also notice on the back, there's a list of all the products included inside of this Advent Calendar, and I like that they did that, but I also think that that takes away from the surprise if you know exactly what you're looking for. Overall, I think that this Beauty Advent Calendar by L'Occitane is great. And I think it'd be a huge hit if you're buying it for someone special or for yourself. In conclusion, I would definitely recommend this Advent Calendar by L'Occitane, and I do think that it's worth it, at least according to my mother-in-law. The last Advent Calendar that we're going to be looking at is Exit the Game, the Advent Calendar. Exit the Game Advent Calendar is a perfect example of an Advent Calendar that can take you minutes to hours to get through the entire calendar. And in my opinion, that's the type of Advent calendar that I love, just because it provides so much value inside of the box. This one right here is called the Silent Storm, and it has 24 exciting riddles labeled from December 1st all the way up to the 24th. If we open up the box, you'll notice that we have more than just an Advent calendar. We have the storybook, and this is going to be what you read in order to solve the riddles, understand the story, and what's going on. We also have the game instructions and the help book, so you're going to find answers and solutions to all the different days inside of this Advent calendar, as well as the instructions. And then we have the decoder table, which you would cut off these pieces here, slide them through this so that you can figure out the different riddles. The artwork on this Advent calendar is honestly pretty cool. Everything here is going to be a clue, and somehow it's going to help you solve the ultimate riddle after solving all these 24 different riddles. The only day that is is marked on here is going to be number 1. So you'll have to bounce around from different days and you won't know which one to go to until doing the previous riddle. I love this idea for an advent calendar because it allows you to spend so much more time with the advent calendar itself. When you open up one of these riddles, it could take you 5, 10, 15 minutes instead of 2 seconds opening up a chocolate. So let me go ahead and open up day 1 and I'll show you what is inside day 1, but we're not going to spoil any of the riddles. So inside of day number 1, it looks like we have 6 riddle cards, such things as an employee ID card, and then we have 5 of these jars of marbles. And obviously you're going to be using these to solve the first riddle, but we're not going to go into that. Each one of these days is going to have a different riddle, and there's so much value to be had inside of Exit the Game advent calendars. I love this idea and I really think it shines as an advent calendar, and I would recommend it to anybody who loves games, riddles, or puzzles. The truth is, all of these advent calendars are extremely packed full of value, and you really can't go wrong choosing any of these calendars. If you're a huge fan of Disney, I highly recommend the Disney Mini Brands calendar. But on the other hand, if you're into beauty products, then I recommend checking out the Body Shop advent calendar or the L'Occitane advent calendar. Both have a ton of different beauty products, but if you're looking for full-size beauty products, then go with the Body Shop advent calendar. And if you're someone who likes Star Wars like I do, then definitely check out the Star Wars Lego advent calendar. It's packed full of awesome characters and different kinds of droids, as well as fighter jets. And lastly, if you're somebody who enjoys puzzles and playing games with your family, then check out Exit the Game advent calendar. There's a ton of things that you can do with this calendar, and it's really going to take you a long time to finish it, which in my opinion makes it one of the most valuable advent calendars that you can pick up. If you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe and check out more of my content. I create all kinds of content about Amazon finds and reviews of some of the best products that you can buy. I'm David, and I will see you guys inside my next video.